Hey everybody, welcome back. Northernlion plays Enter the Gungeon. Dude, I've been settled into a nice groove in Gungeon lately. Decent, great runs, good punch outs. Really trying to get to that consistent 6-key standard. Oh, I love this already. Both Blasphemy and Shock Rifle are fantastic. Blasphemy so much so that it actually feels kind of like unfair to use. But you can, maybe you can't tell. Maybe you can though. I already feel like my confidence in Gungeon has gone up so high. I'm just playing with more fluidity, if that makes sense. Excuse me, sir. What's the lore behind that, cultist there? All I mean by that is not necessarily that I'm playing better, but merely I feel more confident in my decisions. I'm making them faster, and more frequently, I think they tend to be right. Man, it's so nice to have two good weapons right at the very beginning of a run. It, like, completely changes the game. Instead of feeling beholden to never taking damage with the Betrayer, whatever the heck the gun is called, I get it wrong every time anyway, we can swap back and forth actively. But I will admit, it's taking up a little bit too much mental RAM. I think it's going to leave us in the lurch in Gungeon eventually. Yo, obviously we will open, and we've been using Ring of Triggers quite frequently lately. Getting this before we get a spacebar item is really nice, because if we're given the choice, now we can actually tailor the spacebar items that we choose to use and filter it through the lens of, how does this compare to something else that we might want to use if we can get extra shots out of it at all times. You know what I mean? Like, a spacebar item that's worse on its own merits, but has a shorter charge time, might end up being substantially better than the alternatives for us, just based on the active synergies we have going on here. So personally, I'm of the opinion this is probably, it's a gold chest worthy item. Let's put it that way. I'm hoping to save, about like 100 and something ammo would probably be ideal. That's gonna be a brown chest level gun, which can be great or horrible, but we're very key poor right now. And in fact, just by opening Ring of Triggers. Sorry, I just rolled over my headphone cord. Don't you hate it when that happens? How does that happen? How do you roll over the freaking headphone cord so frequently? Okay, we drape it like that. There we go. There goes the speed run, any %. Yeah, we only have one key for sale, which means the oubliette is, say, probably like 2/3 chance impossible for us to get to now. 1/3 chance we either get it, careful. It's very helpful. 1/3 chance we either get a key from the boss, which is probably the most likely, or we get a key on like one of the only remaining rooms we still have, which is, in my opinion, very unlikely, because I think this might actually be our boss room right here. But we shall see. Yeah, okay. Okay. And it is the Gatling Gull. Still remember. It's a smart blank. In like 6th grade, one of my classmates' dads was a folk singer. Like, I was gonna say like not professionally, but that's not fair. He was a professional folk singer. He just wasn't like, famous. He also gave like guitar lessons and stuff like that. You know what music? Hey, take it. My mom, she sings, plays guitar. And my wife holds a music degree. She plays in, you know, quintet that plays video game music, and also played in a non-professional volunteer orchestra. It's hard to make a living in music. How does this relate to the Gatling gun at all? Well, please give me a key here. No such luck. Okay, so no oubliette. Forget the gun. We'll just head down to the next floor. Well, anyway, her dad came to our school, and at an assembly, he sang a bunch of songs. And I felt bad, because he said all of his songs were themed around, like, World War I. Which is like, as an adult, I'm like, yo, that's really cool. Like a concept album about the First World War. Interesting. But back then, you know, we're all 11 years old. We don't know. The First World War might as well have taken place 500 years ago. Like 1914 was like the previous millennium. I mean, quite literally, but also like figuratively speaking. I'm just saying, you know, it's not, nobody made fun of him. But like one of his songs was about the Gatling gun, so it was about the Gatling gun, I should say. So it just reminded me. Such a cool reload animation on this. It's not like we, you know, made fun of him. It's more like it's just, you know, as an adult myself now, I'm like, man, it was like, you know, 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. What are you doing playing for free at an assembly for 6th graders? It just doesn't feel right. I hope our school paid him. I doubt they did. It doesn't seem like... I don't know if you really... If doing school assemblies for 6th graders is a paid gig. I'm very sensitive to the musician's plight. I know it sounds like I'm not, because it seems like maybe I just made fun of my friend's dad. That's not the case. People are always asking Kate to do her music stuff for free. You know? It's always like... You know, some people who are in the know, you know who's great at paying musicians? Other musicians. Because they know how hard it is. You know? And you gotta get to an extreme level in order to have people even approach you to play their stuff to begin with. Pardon me. Still a little bit of phlegm. But then people will do things like, hey, can you come and, like, you know, it would be really nice if you would, like, play our wedding. And you're like, I don't really know you. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say your. This is Kate's example, not mine. And they'd be like, okay, yeah, so, like, what's your going rate? Or what rate were you thinking? And they were like, well, it's just a couple of hours, so I was hoping maybe you could just do it for the price of, like, on the house. It's the same, I'm sure, with artists. I mean, you see, like, if you're on Twitter and you follow any accounts, like, for exposure, or... Really, if you follow any artist, you're probably gonna see something pop into your feed that's just like a DM conversation. A lot of really, really entitled people out there, young people. Like, I don't mean young as in, like, you know, 20. I mean young as in, like, 14. Who will message, like, a professional artist and be like, hey, I'd like to commission an avatar. And then they talk about it, and then, you know, the artist is like, okay, so that, you know, if I'll do that avatar for you, but it'll be like $50. And they're like, whoa, $50? I don't know. I was just kind of hoping this is the sort of thing that you would just, like, do to my exact specifications as quickly as possible and then deliver to me because, you know, I thought that's how this whole arrangement worked. It's the same in music to some extent. You know, the musician is like, pay me. And the patron is like, why would I pay you for just blowing into that dinky little horn for an hour? You know? They don't understand. It's the time before it that you're paying for. It's like when you go see your doctor. Well, it's not a good example in Canada. When you go see your dentist for a basic checkup, you know, might cost you a couple $100. You're not paying for a couple of $100 worth of parts and labor. You're paying for, you know, $40 in parts and labor and 10 years of higher education. And it's the way it's gotta be. If you want to, I mean, you can probably get cheaper dentistry, but you know what I mean when I say it's the way it's gotta be. Like, you know, I mean, it's an economic incentive to become a dentist because it's one of those jobs that I'm not going to say that being a dentist is a bad job, because I don't necessarily believe that. I mean, obviously, let me put it this way. If being a dentist is a good job, one of the reasons it's a good job is because of the money. Probably the reason it's a good job is because of the money. Nobody's like, oh, you get to look in people's mouths all day? Pretty sure that after a while, even like the healthiest mouths out there look pretty gross, you know, smell like other people's breath, and, you know, moreover, you just get over it, I'm sure. Let me just say, it's not one of those... Oh, my balloons are popped. Okay. I mean, I shouldn't have been hit here. I'll own up to that. That's on me. I was focusing too much on the dentistry side of things. You might think this is an insult to dentists. It's actually like the exact opposite. It's an insult to everybody but dentists, who probably could always afford to take better care of their teeth. At least with respect to actually brushing them and, you know, using dental floss. My sister-in-law is a dentist. Oh my god, we didn't quite get enough for the... Are you kidding me, dude? Like, you must actually be joking. Because we bought a key? Nah, okay, I'll tell you what. Quick restart. Yeah, I'm not... I mean, it's not assault. I just don't want to... I just don't want to do that. It's just situations like that will come to pass. If you want to think that that ends the streak, so be it. That ends the freaking streak. But, you know, I don't want to, It's not that I love the rat so much. It's just like, it reminds me of, and this isn't exactly fair. But it reminds me of, in Isaac, when the Polaroid used to be a trinket drop. Now, to their credit, they sorted that out real quick. And to Gungeon's credit, the amount of times where it's implausible to purchase the nod key are very low. Even on this one, we could have purchased the nod key, but it would require us to have purchased nothing on the first floor. You know what we purchased on the first floor? A key. Sue me. Anyway, we weren't that attached to that run to begin with. We got the blasphemy again anyway, with the carrot skin, I might add. But that's a situation I don't mind doing a restart. It's just more fun this way, you know? I've learned a lot, you know, from playing Isaac so much on YouTube. I've learned a lot about the way that I would, if I could do it again, the way I would approach roguelites. Definitely, I don't care if this is a gun. Hopefully we can get some synergies for it. You know, and I've been kind of reworking Isaac in that image for a while, but like, you know, taking the pressure off yourself to make every run as insane as possible has been very nice for me. That's been a big help. And I kind of feel the same with, you know, something like Gungeon, you know? It's not that you know, I'm willing to be on a bad run and try to make it work. But if the run is trending towards being locked out of what I consider to be the most fun part of it, and it's not necessarily my fault, depending on your perspective, then, you know, it's not assault. Let's call it Mrs. Dash. It's salt with a purpose. Oh, that was so bad. We should have easily had that. But I thought, let's not use a blank. We might need it later. Yo, turtle shell. And 2 keys. So this time it's not a problem at all. Actually, you know what? It is, I'll take a little bit more ownership of my own role in the previous not being able to go to the rat floor. We didn't go to the oubliette. The reason we didn't go to the oubliette is because we opened that golden chest. So I guess that's just a rule that we'll learn for ourselves. Well, there goes that. If you want to go to the rat floor, make sure you can go to the oubliette. But then that's not fun either, you know, to see like a super good chest and not open it up. I just kind of, I would prefer to think for my own mental state that we just kind of walked into like a perfect storm situation. That would be better for me. Otherwise, I'd start to think that we live in a cold and cruel world. Okay, much better. Now the nail gun, sorry, I had to Scratch my nose for a second there. The nail gun is pretty not good. I have no idea what synergies made it incredible on our Daisuke run. I would gun munch it in a second. However, I will not gun munch it. Well, because we don't have a gun muncher. But, however, I will retain hope that one day, in the wild, we will rediscover the synergies that we love so much. And that'll be a beautiful day. Okay. You have a key for sale, I'm sure. Let's get nuts on this floor, because now that we're going to one extra floor, we should be fine. So we'll definitely open this. It's stout bullets, which means that this is a gun. We're just going to hope it's the sling. It's the unfinished gun and a little casing, which is pretty not good. This could be a secret room, but it was not. Okay. Still pretty good. Worse than the last one just because we don't have the flawless, but we get to go to one extra floor. So it should kind of all come out in the wash here. Not on full HP either. Dude, honestly, I think I'm going to use, oh my god, the stout bullets plus M1911. Plus the turtle has stout bullets now too. That's cool. I forgot our passives filtered down. So the M1911 is best gun available, BGA right now. I love that when you step on that guy who's in pain on the ground, his body just explodes. That is some... It's like a medieval torture technique. The problem with using this is that it's also what we want to use to kill our bosses. So we can always fight the boss with the nail gun. I would really prefer not to fight the boss with the blasphemy if possible. But we can fight it with the nail gun. I hope I don't have to. But we'll probably need 2 refills on this floor to make that prophecy come to pass. I love this. You just take care of the riffraff. I'll take care of the rest. A free key. A merciful and bountiful gift. Now here's the thing, Space Turtle. You don't have HP, I think. So you should really just get in there. Just go to town. Maximize your stout bullets. You're the tank. Take all the damage. Output as much as possible. I mean, you're kind of like the tank and the DPS rolled into one. You're the carry. I'm just hanging out. I'm just trying to get MMR boosted. Yes, I will give a blood sacrifice for damage. Should we? Almost certainly not. And that's what makes it oh so sweet. So we get I think a 25% damage bonus? 25% damage bonus. Oh, crap. There goes the armor I was so excited to get. For the cost of 1 HP container. It hurts. I will say, yeah, might as well. In my own defense, we have not been in as delicate of a situation on the rat fight as recently as we have been in the past. The rat fight has been pretty solidly within our realm of control. However, with 2 HP, you don't need to get to the rat fight to die. You could die on the rat floor. You could die on the Ammoconda. You could die on the Blobulor if you're not playing your cards right. But the damage bonus is persistent and is permanent. I would do it again, given the choice. Can also go back to using Blasphemy for a bit. What does Phoenix synergize with? Does Unfinished Gun do anything different? Well, we can use the Phoenix temporarily. We get it Phoenix. Oh, sorry, we have the bird following us. I'm dumb. Because it's called the Phoenix Down in Final Fantasy, but in this it's called Phoenix Up. Did you know, I am a little embarrassed to admit it, but I was indeed part of the group of people that thought that down in Phoenix Down did refer to the direction. It wasn't until I got older I realized there are, you know, I'm not the only person. There's a lot of people. Luxon Cannon is fine. That are in the same boat. It was only until I got older I realized that 100% it refers to the fact that it is the feather of a phoenix. I.e., it's down. Just another lesson in the ever-growing list of reasons the English language is stupid. Why do two things have the same name? What did you run out of combinations that are pronounceable? So did Wales. They figured it out. Not against the laser sight. I think I'm just gonna leave though. Like I think we're okay. We should have looked for the secret room. Or did we found the secret room already? Yeah, okay, we're fine. This is like you have to flawless this floor. Not the floor, you have to flawless this boss. I actually think I'm hoping a couple of things. One is that our blood sacrifice, I'm hoping that the damage from that also applies. Yo, that was so good. The damage from that also applies to our familiars. You see the casings we got there? If that's the case, that leaves us in a very good position to start here. Probably M1911 ammo, I'm assuming. And then apart from that, the flawless. The flawless is the big one. It's not your fault, Keylord, but it really would have helped me out if you just had a skeleton key or something. Okay, so best gun available, I think. Don't be afraid to use a blank. But also, don't just use them willy-nilly. Because we do kind of need the flawless. Oh my god, the casings and the keys. You've done me a great service here. And the casings. Yo, Blunderbuss also has a synergy? Stout bullets? No. With the... whatever the heck, Cloak of the Jammed, or whatever the heck it's called. This could be interesting. I'm surprised you didn't die faster than that, but... yeah, I mean, this isn't bad. I am thinking, you know, what happens if we, what happens if we pick up, like, the ballad? Presumably, over the course of an entire run, the ballad will, its coolness will pay for the key that we spend to purchase it, and not to mention all the other consumables we'll get. But, is it really that? Like, the timing is a little bad, if that makes sense. I know it makes me sound, you know, complainy, but this is like the only floor where the timing really matters. Because we really, really need to kind of use this as a leverage point to get out in front of the enemies as a result of not getting the first flawless and also having sacrificed 1 HP container. So, like, that key could be more precious than the coolness would warrant right now. To be honest, I'm falling out of love with the blunderbuss here. You're a mimic. Should have known. Wasted a key. I got real close so I didn't hear him breathing. What you got? Okay, dude, Commando, great boss killer. Yeah, we'll use Blasphemy again. I mean, M1911 is also good. I knew it, I knew it. Okay, so we got 2 blanks left. Send them, dude. Trying to stay in stoutness range. Seems to be working so far. Anytime you get overwhelmed... Oh my god, literally right there. That was all you had to do is press Q, dummy. Oh well. It is what it is. We're on 2 HP. It's going to be an interesting situation moving forward. Literally 1 Q away from getting the easiest flawless of all time. Oh well. Life goes on. Temporarily, maybe, but this one is all falling apart. Well, you know what? This will be a real test. Let's focus on the positives, you know, the things actually within our control right now. Not making that mistake again. Better dodge? No, double dodge. One key. We can definitely open. Sure. I don't know how often we'll use it, but sure. We just got, in my opinion, one of the most brainless, and this is brainless in a good way, one of the easiest possible spacebar, or not spacebar items, one of the easiest possible room clearers to use. And that's big. You know, your room clearer, I don't know if it's more important than your boss killer. But they're both, you know, very, very, very important. And this is going to make our life a lot easier. Oh my god. And Al, are you feeling okay? You're just, sweetie, you're losing a lot of HP for no reason. Give me 2. Yes, yes, yes. 2 keys, thank you. None of these guns really warrant a peek, in my opinion. With 2 keys. I think I'm not going to worry about coolness. I don't think the ballot's that necessary. I just don't like the lockpicks that much. Okay, this is a floor that is as pivotal as any floor has ever been. The great thing... I have to make it through this room. The great thing about being on a run I mean, I screwed it up. I want that to be clear. Oh my god! That was very scary. The great thing about being on a run like this is that if you succeed, is that much sweeter. But I have definitely compromised our ability to succeed. That much is undeniable. This might sound naive. It might sound fanciful. But I still believe this run has the ability. Now, like to beat the rat. I think what it really needs is, I mean, I'm not going to say no to any items on this floor that are of any use whatsoever. What it really needs, in my opinion, is HP. I accept your challenge. So, like, a free HP out. Oh, God. At least I can complete the challenge while getting hit. Careful, careful, careful. Where you at? Where you at? I'm free, dude. I'm not free. Classic mistake. Please hit him. Okay. Definitely still need HP. What'd you give me? Icebreaker. I mean, it's pretty good. I'm a little nervous. I got myself all anxiety induced now. You got 1 HP. You got a shop close by. If you can live until the shop, you're actually going to be okay. At least temporarily. The other thing is, it's so easy to, like, get needlessly nervous in this game. Despite the fact that if we had more HP, we probably would not get hit. Because we can only get hit once, it feels like... Ooh. It feels like it's a disaster. And I mean, it kind of is. Okay, we made it. What do you do now? Just be cool. Let's buy a key. We don't need to buy HP yet. Probably should consider it, but I'm not gonna, because I'm a fool. I will... I mean, at this point, you have 2 choices, you know? It's like they said in the Shawshank Redemption. You get busy living, you get busy dying. If we're not gonna commit ourselves to improving the run by any reasonable means necessary, we might as well just throw ourselves into the pit a few times and end it. You know? Get a little bit more leisure time tonight. By doing this, I want you to know You know, I'm committing to taking reasonable risks in order to improve the quality of the run overall. I definitely feel like you throw the nail gun in here. I told you I'd gun munch it, and I stand by that. Unfinished gun, also, I don't think... Oh, but it's the synergy with the Phoenix! No! We got another synergy. And the Phoenix is still hanging out, so... Actually, I don't feel that bad. I don't want to do that yet. I want to open all the chests first. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, so keep Stonehead for now. We are firing Dragon Fire. It's a pretty good synergy, actually. It makes the flare gun very usable as kind of like a Molotov launcher surrogate. I was thinking maybe it would be wise to buy blanks, just to give us that better of a chance against the boss. Flawless in the boss, that is. Like, to be honest, on 3 HP, I think we can beat the rat floor in the rat fight. On 2 HP, it starts to be a pretty big ask. Dude, Broccoli is an all stats up. No, it's a damage up. Still, I mean, it's very, very good. I'm very happy to have it. I thought it was also HP up, though. That's the only thing with even the slightest twinge of negativity. So we should have a very nice damage boost as a result of the blood sacrifice plus broccoli. We definitely already opened the trap door, so no sweat there. We've used our key. Dude, I'm telling you, we got a strong run happening here. Go ahead. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's a mimic. So we get to save a key. It's definitely worth picking up. 121 casings. So let's buy both blanks. And then we can use 2 blanks on the fight. Okay. Very interesting. Who are you? Cannon Balrog. 2 blanks. But just let your brain think you can use unlimited blanks. And then you won't use more than 2. That's extremely unlikely for me. Much more likely is I'll be like, I don't need a blank here until eventually I get hit. Beautiful. Beautiful fight. Wasted some money on blanks, but the peace of mind, you know, was worth something. We have 3 HP. It'll be a little touch and go. There's no doubt. Yo. Mustache. When you buy things from the shop, you get a chance to heal. Honestly, is there anything we want to buy? Sure, I'll buy ammo. We did heal. I don't know if we needed to, but we did get the heart for free. We're gonna have to play pretty well here. I do want you to be sort of aware that 3 HP, 2 armor, which probably the armor in all likelihood will not exist, it still puts us in a place where we have to have one of the best rat fights I've ever had. And that's frustrating for me because, man, we really should have had 2 extra HP right now. The one we gave to the blood sacrifice, I would do it again in a heartbeat, but not flawlessing the first 2 bosses. Not flawlessing the first 2 bosses out of a slowness to blank is very embarrassing. Oh well. Here we are. Just play well. All you can do is your best, you know? So we go up, up. Right. So far, so good. That's very good damage. Beautiful. Now we got an upright up. Careful. There's still an enemy. Okay, we go to the right. Easy money, dude. And we go to the up. All right. The only enemy we got hit by. Who had their money on Jammed Rat? Because you were correct. Honestly, I should have screwed up the ammo consumption there, but that's okay. All right. Gonna have to be real good here. But do keep in mind, our damage is high. It will be a mild surprise if we win. It will not be an unprecedented victory. Should have blanked. Should have blanked. Should have blanked or rolled forehead. That was actually very good focus to not keep shooting the rockets into the wall. I actually think we have a much better chance than I would have expected now. We still got a blank remaining, too. Now, you gotta still keep your head on a swivel, because this could all go terribly wrong. But our damage is so good. Basically, at this point... Oh, that was bad. I don't think we need a miracle anymore. I think we just need to not get hit by the things we usually don't get hit by. That makes sense. I didn't like my odds. Okay, we're out of ammo. We're gonna switch to honestly something brainless. Just imagine the whole circles there. Don't let it twist you up. Just imagine the whole circles there. Ha 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 ha! Ye of little faith. Against many people's expectations. I'm not going to say all. There's true believers out there. I've been piloted to a comfortable rat victory. Send them. What's next? Send them. Nah. 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 Could be worse. Send them. One of three. Oops. Okay. What's next? Get ready. Give me some cheese counters. Cheese counters, please. I'm begging you, sir. This is madness. There's one. My man. No! Coward. Give me more. I missed. More. More. Ah! I went for it. Okay, we're gonna have to settle for 5. But we were really in there. I didn't even get the star for that, which was very strange to me. It's like I countered it too early for it to actually be a counter. Which is a funny way of just saying I mistimed it. But, I mean, we got the hit, so... I'm not... You think I'm shying away from going for the 3-star just because it doesn't give us something mission critical? Wrong again, sweetheart. And from the bowels of despair, we have proven ourselves real Gungeon aficionados. Forget the freaking Lacuna Bell, dude. Send them. We only got 5 coins. 5 keys, I should say. Now, if there was ever a good time for a mimic. Yo, beauty. actually outrageously good for us right now. Don't pick that up yet. Because I am going to use the shortcut this time. And I'm going to, if you want to know why I'm going to use the shortcut, it's because we spent 17 minutes of this run going down the path that never led to greatness for us. You know what I mean? We didn't, I mean, we restarted a run halfway through. Is basically what I'm trying to tell you. So we're going to take the shortcut to fight the advanced dragon. And I got to tell you, it'll still be mighty impressive if we are able to beat the Advanced Dragon on 3 HP, 4 armor. Advanced Dragon is much harder than both phases of the Rat, in my opinion. Maybe phase 1, I don't know. I find phase 1 of the Rat difficult, but everybody makes fun of me. So I don't even want to say it. No, I don't even want to say it, okay? A little overwhelmed. Just take it bit by bit. Switch your spacebar into the cheese. Get ready to pop. So I think, if nothing else, this run will, you know, I mean, if we beat the Advanced Dragon, this run has actually unlocked, like, a new tier of confidence for me in Gungeon. I've gone from being, like, you know, maybe 7 out of 10 confident with my Gungeon skills. Like, yeah, I'm pretty good. Like, I can reliably beat the Rat. That's not a problem. I do pretty well on Punch-Out. You know, I don't die to the Advanced Dragon as much as I used to. This would put me up into that 8 range. Where I'm like, oh, I'm good. It's a dangerous place to be. To be good and know it, sometimes it invites sloppy play. And I think there was a lot of really, really sloppy play on this run. That's pretty much, I mean, it goes without saying, I think. In its own ways, the only way you could have a run this bad is with sloppy play. But if I hadn't played sloppy, it wouldn't have been as fun, you know? To have had 6 HP, a much less tense boss fight, wouldn't have been as cool. So I'm real happy. No regrets on this one, because all the things we did wrong led us to entertainment. Just kind of the whole point to begin with, you know? So I was literally going to say, why are there so many jammed enemies? And then they spawned an enemy who made it self-evident. No. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Wow, it's not fine. I rolled too early. But my dudes broke me out before I took damage. We ride together. We freaking die together. I did not know that I had friends of such impressive character. That's an incredible... I knew it. That's an incredible move, dude. Thank you so much. So, let's put our money where our mouth is. The time has come. Reload. Send them. I saw my moment. Commando's not going to last too long. Enjoy it while it lasts. Get those Vorpal bullets out there. Use cheese to take care of the most annoying moves. Give him a quick little napalm strike, if you don't mind. A little resourceful sack in there. What comes next? I mean, to be honest with you, I think, like, Stonehead is both very convenient and also very good. Honestly, this is how we do this. Probably don't even need to eat this guy, but might as well. Phase 2 is about to begin. Great work. I honestly think this might be the most blank-worthy moment on the whole fight, mostly because we don't have cheese stored up. I should trust my instincts, dude. Just do it, okay? We're ready. Oh, this is going very well. This is going very well indeed. Now, this is where you should stop being Ah, yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Stop being needlessly cocky. Start throwing out the cheese as often as necessary. Because it is invincibility. It's another super blankable moment. Not today. Oh, dude, this is going just fine. You got me all shook up now, because now I'm feeling like a mastered Gungeon. You took me to... At first, I started this episode thinking I was in a decent place. You've now got me thinking thoughts of mastery. It's embarrassing, but it's also... oh, it feels so darn good. Glunk, by the way. And glunk to you as well, good sir. This might be the most surprising Gungeon win we've ever had. Keep in mind, we also came very, very, very close to getting 6 coins, or 6 keys on the Punch-Out fight. Big ups to the turtle for hanging with us. We did yeet a run into the stratosphere, because it wouldn't let us go to Punch-Out, and I'm glad we did, dude. You might not be. That's your right. That's your right. For now, though, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. And I'll see you next time. See ya!